So good evening everyone, trust you're well, keeping safe. Well, this version of Jack the Ripper was different, very interesting. This woman comes to London to find her mother and brother, and then finds out that her brother has been set up as Jack the Ripper and put into an asylum. Her brother claims that he is innocent and that he was in Leeds when the last murder took place. And then she investigates further and finds out that the real Jack the Ripper is still on the loose, and that's a police officer. Turns out, if you don't want to hear who Jack the Ripper is, turn off now, but it turns out that the police inspector is the real Jack the Ripper, has set her brother up, had him put into an asylum to cover up his Jack the Ripper crimes, and her brother is murdered in the asylum also. And obviously we did have from hell Johnny Depp. That was a good watch from the past. Again, The Omen, Prince of Darkness, The Real Red Dragon, Jack the Ripper, Serial Killer Bloodhound, Serial Killer from Hell. He will be coming for you to feast and devour, eternally trap and enslave. So he will remove your heart, your priceless eternal soul. So I don't know if you'll escape in time. And again, Split is a very good movie. Lad who has 24 split personalities, and the 24th personality is the Beast, and the Beast is taller. Now, plenty of hosts for the hungry, bloodthirsty beasts in high places. Satan and the fallen have come down with great wrath. Woe unto the earth, knowing their time is short. Seeking those they can devour, feast upon, eternally trap and enslave. Just bear with me a moment. And again, Glass is a very good watch, where the powers to be want to disprove or discredit that there are superheroes, and there are plenty of superheroes, exposing the supervillains, the high crimes, the monster lies, and the cover-ups. And the truth is certainly coming out on many platforms online, and we all know who's committing the real crimes and violations, the real high crimes, monster lies and cover-ups, the corrupt powers to be. Again, I have shared a big story online. That's why I could really relate to that Jack the Ripper story, how her brother was set up as Jack the Ripper, put into an asylum to cover up the real Jack the Ripper. Johnny Botwright used and set up as the Black Panther Sandringham serial killer. 1,692,000 views. Now, it's a very good forum where they do allow the truth, the proof, the evidence and the facts. Freedom of speech and expression, freedom of choice, and a peaceful protest of innocence. Again, all to cover up a high royal blue crime, New Year's Day find, September blue murder, certainly not mine. The real Beauty and the Beast story. And the corrupt powers to be do not want you to know and do not want you to see. And Andrew Christian Tate have been given a UK arrest warrant for alleged crimes that took place at the same time as the murder on the Royal Sandringham estate, Killing Fields. So some have plenty to hide and cover up, and they certainly used and set me up. Framed and fixed me, used me as the sparrow and the fall guy. Again, all to cover up a high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder, certainly not mine. And you can Google Johnny Botwright, it's all online for the world to see free. And again, I did have books on Amazon, Goodreads, given 5 stars, but burnt down by Amazon for exposing the truth. Again, a high royal blue crime, blue murder, certainly not mine. So that was very strange when Prince Harry's book Spare became the #1 bestseller on Amazon. And I had some very good established Amazon KDP Kindle accounts, never about money. Kindle books can be read and shared for free on Amazon Unlimited. KDP Unlimited had lots of reads, so they given a 5-star review. But when Prince Harry's book Spare became the #1 bestseller on Amazon, they couldn't have my little Kindle book exposing a high royal blue crime, Spare murder, and certainly not mine. A 17-year-old gal who was abused and hunted and found dead on New Year's Day, late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. September blue murder, and 16 Facebook accounts burnt down, again just for telling the truth, putting the truth, the proof, the evidence and the facts. TikTok has been the worst social media account. 66.8 million views on TikTok, 27 TikTok accounts burned down for exposing the truth. And this is the part where she discovers who the real Jack the Ripper is. That is the police inspector, and certainly not her brother, who's been set up as Jack the Ripper. And this again is murdered in the asylum, but all to cover up the police inspector, Jack the Ripper crimes. And that is the perfect crime. The perfect crime is not the one that remains unsolved, but is the crime that is solved, but with the wrong culprit. Fall guy, scapegoat. So again, it is all online for the world to see free. 7 YouTube channels burnt down. 5 YouTube channels that had no strikes. Again, for exposing the truth, the proof, the evidence and the facts, freedom of speech and expression, freedom of choice and a peaceful protest of innocence. 3 YouTube channels burned down recently, my 3 biggest YouTube channels, over 1,500 videos in 24 hours for uploading 1 video of a red Porsche that had LA17 on the registration number plate in Morrison's car park. See the sun in LA, USA, Hotel California, and a 17-year-old gal found dead on the Royal Sandringham Estate killing fields, late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. Again, the real Beauty and the Beast story. Certainly know here's Johnny here. One big black axe hatchet job, saw trap in Dis, Norfolk, UK. So everyone certainly used and set me up. Framed and fixed me, used me as the sparrow and the fall guy. Again, all to cover up a high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder, certainly not mine. And Russell Brand appeared in court last week, charged with alleged sexual assaults and rape dating back 20-25 years. So a crime is a crime whenever it's committed, unless it's a high royal blue crime, blue murder, certainly not mine. But I say Amazon, 7 Amazon KDP Kindle accounts burned down for exposing the truth of the corrupt powers to be. do not want you to know and do not want you to see, and they'll certainly make more than your social media accounts disappear for exposing the truth. It certainly will make you an enemy of the crown, an enemy of the state. Certainly will want you boxed up, locked up, or done in. And it is quite an interesting observation. Have you ever set up for a murder you did not commit and you expose the truth? That'll be you who'll be banned, blocked, deleted, punished, blacklisted, shadow banned on big tech social media. That'll be your social media accounts that are burnt down. That'll be you who'll be boxed up, locked up, throw away the key, or done in, disappeared one way or another. Again, all to cover up high crimes, blue murder, certainly not mine. That's very good form. They've been very good to me to allow me to roll my story there. You couldn't roll it on social media because they will keep burning down your social media accounts. So, all online for the world to see free. Who is telling the truth and who is full of mad monster, porcupine serial killer lies. No Black Panther, Sandringham serial killer, Black Wizard terrorist. This shooter here. And even X is meant to be, oh, we're all about freedom of speech and expression. 2 X accounts burned down, and my biggest X accounts have totally been shadow banned, again for exposing the truth. So they're certainly not about freedom of speech and expression. But again, you will be totally shadow banned on big tech social media. So, plenty of high crimes, Jack the Ripper crimes, castles, manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates, Prince of Darkness, ET hybrid host, Red Dragons. Again there, high royal blue crime, blue murder, certainly not mine. And that is the word that came off the Royal Sandringham Estate killing fields, loud and clear. Prince Harry's birthday present party, Rich Boy's loft party, human hunting party. Some people like their blood sport, human hunting. It's a bit like the film, The Final Girl, rich boys hunting young girls for blood sport. So, Prince Harry, Prince of Darkness, Red Dragon. So everyone nicely using and setting me up as a Roy White and White Van Man, Christian B, Red Carmichael Dunn, Michael Sands, Sutcliffe Steve Wright, Wayne Cousins, Black Cat Copycat, Black Cat of Burston, Sandringham Serial Killer, Black Wizard Terrorist, This Shooter, all to cover up Prince Harry's Royal Spare Behind, New Year's Day Find, September Blue Murder, and certainly not mine. And they know, I don't know, that was posted on Twitter. That was a story about another incident. Allegedly, the army covered up Prince Harry, rape and battery. So, Prince Harry, not alone. Again, Prince of Darkness, ET hybrid host, Red Dragons. Their high royal blue crime, blue murder, certainly not mine. There are many who do serve the Prince of Darkness, Red Dragon. I was just from the film Rosemary's Baby, when the woman has the devil's baby. I did watch an interesting program this week that was set in this location called The Moving Finger. And then the moving finger, Agatha Christie. Megan ends up with her being drugged and her head in the oven. Again, cruise on my frame fixed tale in Dis Norwich Southwold, North Norfolk coast, Derbyshire and the Lake District. All looking to bag a frame fixed black cat. So, like I say, they all nicely used and set me up, framed and fixed me, but all to cover up Prince Harry's royal spare behind, New Year's Day fine, September Blue Murder, certainly not mine, Dis Mason Council, White Lodge, a local mafia, it's a local mob, Norfolk Bacon SS, Windsor Gestapos, a local Nazis, Inspector Numbnuts Bunton, Mr. Fixer, Liar Liar Pants on Fire, Simon Bailey Don't Cry, his blonde host plainclothes lover, not true detective. Number 10, Scotland Yard, Evergreen Toxic Crane Corporation. Sachs Goburn Goffer, Windsor SS. And some people did question whether it was something to do with Prince Andrew. He did take Giswell Maxwell and Epstein to Sandringham for a hunting party. Again, there is Wolverton Wood Farm Cottage, Hunting Lodge, Prince of Darkness, E.T. Hybrid House, Red Dragons, SS Wolfpack, Human Hunting Pies, so some frames and fixes really do go Steve right to the top, and they will set you up with the biggest monster lies and the biggest bogus diagnoses, but again, all to cover up high crimes, royal blue murder, certainly not mine. Again, the moving finger, Agatha Christie. Megan ends up drugged with her head in the gas oven, so I don't know if Megan will end up with her head in the oven. Sometimes you do have to follow your golden compass. Again, Black Princess, Black Dukes, and their vampire mummy queens, Queen of the Damned. Certainly will suck the life out of everyone. So again, all online for the world to see free. Millions of views, 2 parallel stories. One is true and one is a big monster lie. The corrupt powers to be do not want you to know and do not want you to see. So just Google yours truly, and everything is there for everyone to see. So plenty of high crimes, Jack the Ripper crimes, castles, manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates, and certainly not mine. So it was an interesting little find that came up. I could really relate to that, as lots of people would like to box me up or get me done in, but all to cover up the real Sandringham estate, Jack the Ripper crime, and certainly not mine. Anyhow, God bless, take care.